Hi everyone, it's that new mommy once again with another toy review. Today we are going to be reviewing only one thing, on the contrary to my previous video, which was a 4-in-1. I told you guys it was just, I needed those 4 toys reviewed. But I am going to be reviewing one toy at a time, and although today it's not an actual toy that I'm going to be reviewing, it is something that I really like very much. My king, he takes speech therapy, and one day when she came over to, just to work with him, I saw that she had this. I immediately, as soon as she was out the house, I immediately went online to look for it. I found it and bought it, of course, and I just completely love them. They're not really flashcards. They're called touch and feel picture cards. I just call them flashcards, but they're super awesome. They're DK My First. Let me put them here. Okay, they're DK My First. This set in particular, it's first words. Let's see. There. They do have a couple, I think I saw like 1 or 2 other sets, but this is the one that we started working with. This is the one that I got for him, and he absolutely loved them. I bought this a while ago. I bought this actually last month. This was one of the if you haven't checked out my blog, I did speak about Advent gifts, and these cards were one of the Advent gifts I got for him. I absolutely love them. There are 16 cards that you get. First of all, the box. Okay, I'm sort of a neat freak. I'm not going to show you around, but if you were to look around, you would not believe that. But when it comes to things like this, I do like to keep them. He's a kid, he's a baby, and babies destroy absolutely everything. So I like to keep the sort of teaching stuff that I use for him just nice and orderly, just so that they'll last longer. They are made out of like these what do you call them, like the board books. It's not that thin. You can see right there, but it's not that thick either. But the box it comes in, I absolutely love. It's nice and hard, and I love that. He has a little bit, he can open it, but sometimes he has a little bit of a, you see, you can just load them in there. It has a nice Velcro. The Velcro so far, I mean, it's good Velcro. It's not that cheap. I'm sorry, hook and eye fasteners or whatever they're called. It's actually good. The box does keep them safe. Obviously, you don't want to get them anywhere that's wet. But the box is one of the things that I love about it, because you can just throw that there the way he throws things around. And they've actually still in good shape. He's at, I think this was, I'm trying to think, it was December. I think we're going on a month, because it was in the beginning. It was sort of like mid-December that he opened this gift. And they're still super in good shape. You get the cards. Well, the first card that you're going to get is this one that I showed you previously. Now, this one here, there you go. It's a 2-sided card. It gives you ideas, things that you can, ways that you can play with your child and the cards, and how you can use them. Ideas, just in case nothing can pop into your head on how to use them. The cards, love. This is his favorite card. Now you see they have a color border around them. Okay, the colors, they're not just any color and whatever. No, they have, those are categories. For instance, you have the orange, the dog, cat, and the fish. Orange are pets or animals. Green for food, blue for toys, love this one, red for vehicles, pink attire or clothing, yellow is everyday items, keys, mirror, and a purple, I guess those are humans, baby. Excuse my dogs. My dogs are going crazy. There must be someone outside, but they can wait. So that's one of the things, one of the ways that you can play with it. You can sort of maybe sort them all face up, just all over on the floor, all face up, and then he can help, he or she, I'm always gonna say he because I have a boy, he or she can help you, how do you say, like put them in categories, either by color, or you tell them, hey, give me all the animals, or let's put the animals on this pile, and it just helps with the colors and the naming of the objects. So this is the awesome part. This is the part that he absolutely loved. So can you see? Okay, yeah, you could see it right there, right? You see this little patch right here? Oh, he goes soft. So you see, this is what's awesome about these cards. These are not ordinary flashcards. They have these little holes, these little cutouts, and in them, through those holes, like in this particular case, it's the dog, which is the one that he liked, and he liked this one also, the cat. I don't know yet if he's either a dog or a cat person, but he loves the soft. So he absolutely loves this, so that's pretty awesome. And they have different textures, and that helps a lot, you know, with the I'm trying to explain it. It's sort of like an interactive, and it just helps them with the familiarizing themselves with the word and the object, with naming the object. Now, not all of them are, you know, textured to feel. For example, this one, oh, you can see my camera right there. Hi. That one has a mirror. This one, it feels just the same, like it's all flush. Sorry about that. But if you can see, oh wait, I don't know if you can see. You see the little glitter on the key. So you see, some of them are like that. Another one that my kid enjoys, or is it? It's food. It's this. Oh, ooh. Okay, so it's jelly, and I don't know if you can see the little. You see right there at the spot. This is. Oh, it is. Okay. Well, I was gonna say this is supposed to be sticky, but now that I was looking at it, he has like, I don't know what that is, like little. I don't know. I don't know if these are a couple of my pet hairs. There's a couple of dog hairs here, I think, and like a little bit of. I have no idea. Well, he's 2. I mean, mommies, you know what it is. You know. Well, actually, you don't know what it is, but you do know how it goes with 2-year-olds. But it actually, I don't know if you can hear it. It still has some tact to it, so he loves that when he just kept, and then he was like. But then he got into it. In each card in the back has, if you can read that, can you read it? It has the name. And then it has these questions that you can ask your kid. It's, you know, one of the games that they have. And can you say jelly in these languages? So it has Spanish, French, German, and Chinese. I think that's pretty, that is pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. I did mention before, this is a bilingual household. So right now we're just studying, we're learning the names of the objects in Spanish. Once he can name these in Spanish, or he recognizes them, he just gets stuck in the first syllable. But our plan is that once he gets them down in Spanish, then we're gonna move on to English. Not to say that we don't speak to English to him at all. It's my first language, so there are a couple of things that he does say, and oh dear, but that's Thomas the Tank Engine's fault. And Percy, I think it's his name, or whatever, one of the conductors, it's always saying, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And so my son picked that up, and he sounds hilarious. But I think it's pretty cool that they learn another language. I have a very, very dear friend. She homeschools her kids. Their first language is Spanish, but she's also teaching them English. For a lot of us, it's important. And so these are, I think, one of her boys was about, I think he was maybe about 6 or so, and he came to me to just, I don't know what he was saying. She also speaks French, so he says a word to me, and he says, do you know what word means? And I'm like, oh, what is that? And he's like, that's French for whatever it was. And he just felt so proud that he could speak Spanish, English, that he could say that word in Spanish, English, and French. So I think it's awesome because a lot of the older people that I meet, they struggle with with English. I live in Puerto Rico, which is Spanish speaking, but they struggle with English, and some of the older people, they want to learn English, but they're sort of afraid of it, or they don't want to bother, they feel they don't have the time, or I really don't know the deal. But I guess I'm one of these people that, for instance, for my son, Spanish and English, as I said, are both important, equally important for him to learn. So I do want to get him as soon as possible learning English. Hopefully simultaneous with the Spanish. We're seeing how that goes. We're doing more on the Spanish, as I said, but I do feel that to teach a third or second language, okay, let me explain. Our household is bilingual, so third, if your household is fully Spanish or fully English or whatever it is, then it would be second language. But I do feel that another language is useful, and they should learn it at a young age so that they can grasp it more, easier for them to learn. I mean, my partner, he speaks, his first language is Spanish. He is sometimes, I feel he's afraid of English because he doesn't want to speak it, but I know that if he has to, he will speak it, and he does understand it. But there are a lot of adults, like I said, that are a little afraid of learning a second language. So I feel that if he can teach a second or third language at a young age, then you know what, go ahead and do it. It's not detrimental for them or anything. It's actually a benefit. So I think it's pretty cool that even if you start with one word, I doubt anyone's gonna go through all four. I mean, if they can, cool, but I think it's cool that these cards will take a step towards that direction. Oh my god, I sort of went off what I wanted to say. I guess I feel strongly about Spanish and English, and I don't know what his third language is going to be. Maybe French, maybe Japanese, I don't know. Well, French is here, Japanese isn't, but so hell, maybe we'll go for French. Back to the cards. I went off the track. Okay, so what I love about these cards, as I said, I wanted to show you guys one. Oh my gosh, it's only two. Can you see right here, the border? He bit these, but still works. It's still pretty much intact except for those bitten corners. I think there's only like 2 or 3 of them, but he literally he bit them, and I told him not to. I showed him that they were afraid, what he was gonna do, and so he stopped. So they actually did last. They're these poster book type cardboard, so they are lasting. They're pretty tough, that's the word that I'm looking for. I love the items that were chosen to be shown on the cards, the whole touch feel characteristic of them I like. There was one, where is it? Oh, here it is. So this one is the apple. The thing about this one is that I feel it's not like textured, it's just a different color. I don't know if you can tell right there. See, it's just a little different color. That's the only one that when I saw it was sort of like, oh, because I don't know, I guess it wasn't, it wasn't like shiny like some of the other ones, or the fish has this, I love this, can you see? I don't know if you can see it, but it's this like orange, bright orange with silver dots. I mean, it looks pretty, and this one is kind of boring, but that's the only thing. I love the cards, the sort of games that you can play with them. Obviously, like I said, you can just spread them out. I don't know, your child, let me see which one is the cat, have them point out or pick up which is the cat and just play with the texture, the fur. You can also, if your kid is only beginning to learn the words, maybe take them out when you're, well, we have dogs and cats, so, and apples, and most of the things we did have, so I can just tell him, oh, where's the dog, and he would go out and point to the dog or the cat or get the apple, or he has a little fire truck and he gets the fire truck. So sort of show things around their environment and with the card, just so that they can relate the two. Then move on to the words. Like I said, it has questions in the back to help you. For instance, what is the name of the fruit? Does it feel rough or small? What does it taste like? With all the sounds that they start with. Also, you can, like for instance, oh, he loves this one too. Where is it? You can also, they have enough cards so that cat, car, beginning sounds are the same. So there are, I don't know, there's quite a few. There's quite a few different ways that you can play with the cards, which is something that I also like a lot, like super like, because sometimes you, yeah, no, I don't have it. I was gonna do that, but I don't have it. I'll do that next time. Sometimes there's these books, and there's only like maybe 1 or 2 things that you can do with them. I mean, other than reading the book, but to help them learn, or you know, to help them recognize or associate or whatever, you know. So you're just reading the book, and it just, like I said, 1 or 2 things that you can do with it, and that's it. But these cards, they literally have like over, wait, let me see, we're doing 1. Okay, so right now 5 things. So maybe over 5 things that you can do with the cards. So it's not just, what is this? What is this? Oh, what is this? Cat. What is this? Car. So, you know, I like that. I like it that you can do a whole bunch of different things, and I get bored easily, and I think my son is the same. I mean, although he is too, so maybe that has something to do with it. But I absolutely love the cards. Right now we're working on these, but my plan that once he gets these down is to just go ahead and get another set, because they're absolutely so much fun. So much fun. So again, they are the DK My First category cards. This is the first, you see it there? Yeah. These are the first words. They have animals. I think it was animals and counting. Wait, they had the first words. I think they had animals, numbers, and shapes, I think it was. So one of those, I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to put them down in the description. Okay, again, disclosure. This, as I said, I bought. Nobody's paying me to do a review. This is my honest review. Blah, 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 blah. You can read that down in the description for the disclosure. Yeah, so, oh, that's right, my ratings, obviously. The unicorn. The unicorn for me is when they do ratings 1 through 10 or 1 through 5 or whatever it is. For me, nothing is ever like the highest rating. That's a unicorn, because those things are really rare. I think that I like to look for, I know it sounds awful, I like to look for the bad thing, like this one bad thing, because nothing can ever be perfect. You know, nothing can ever be absolutely positively awesome. Nothing can be a unicorn. But in this case, besides the little thing with the apple, I love these so much that I am going to go ahead and say that these are a unicorn, my first unicorn. So this is a cupcake with frosting, cherry on top, and sprinkles. I mean, this is the whole shebang. They're absolutely great, so I really like them. As for appropriate ages, I guess this is something that you would have to, you know, just make your own decision on. Kids learn at different, you know, at their own pace. No 2 kids are the same. No 2 kids learn the same. So that's something that you will have to, you know, make a decision on, or be the judge on. My kid is 2 years old. He did get these like after he turned 2, and they're working, you know, he recognizes them and he's beginning to say them, so they are very useful for me, which makes me feel good that they are working for us, and I hope they work for you guys too. But like I said, I'm not gonna say what age you should start using them, because you know, you have to judge for yourself, and you know your own kids and their abilities, or how they learn, how fast they learn, or when they're learning, or that's up to you guys. But I recommend it, at least for my 2-year-old. It works. and he likes them. I mean, I pull out this box and he's like, and he already sits in his, we have this like area set up in our living room, so he just immediately sits there in his chair and he pulls the table over, you know, because he knows it's homeschooling time. It's playtime, but you know, whatever. Okay, so I said one item and it's one item. I was gonna say something about books, but I am gonna leave that for next time because I don't want to rant, and I feel that I'm gonna rant. I already ranted anyways. I will see you guys next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and that's it. Have a great day.